Hey, everybody, it's episode 6 of season 2 of 13 Reasons Why. This is episode number 6 plus 19. I have a feeling it's going to be Zach deposition related. Is that even, is deposition even the word? He's going to be on the stand. Zach stand. With lawyer from hell giving him questions. Did you really crumple up and throw away that note? No, I didn't. And hopefully we get to see more backstory as well. Because I love the little extra bits they're putting into the story. Even though, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like they're just throwing a few things in there that they didn't originally have in their head. They're like, hey, wouldn't it be funny if Hannah actually made up with Justin after their first date went sour? Elsewhere, Tyler's, building a nuclear device, and I don't know, he's doing something that's not going to go, would be a great subversion of TV tropes. If that story just, he hooks up with the sister or whatever, or the brother. What is that guy's name? I don't know. And nothing bad happens at all with him. That would be great. I'd be talking about that shit forever. I'd be like, remember season 2 of 13 Reasons Why? When they set this storyline in motion and you're like, this is going here. This is going to be horrible. And then it was just fine. Remember that? They're not going to do that, though. So, what else are they going to do? I don't know. Looking forward to Zach, though, because he's one of my favorite characters that's part of Bryce's crew. And I'm looking forward to seeing more of Bryce and his dad and just how they're trying to manipulate the situation and try not to get things too out of control. Before the explosive finish, I presume, with either somebody shooting Bryce or Bryce going on the stand and calling Hannah a slut in front of her parents. And then their parents get up and they're, how did you get a gun into the courtroom? Oh, it's TV. Yeah. Or Jackie. She's better watch her. This is revenge for my unrelated. I should go back to, that's the problem with not editing these in advance. I should go back to episode 1 of season 2 and kind of really pay attention to her introduction. And why she's there and all that stuff. Because even 2 episodes ago, I was like, wait a second, what if she's just a figment of the mother's imagination? But then the lawyer talked to her. So maybe the lawyer's just a figment. Maybe everybody's just a figment of imagination. I'm getting carried away. It's season 2, episode 6. It's going to be Zach. If it's not Zach, I'm just going to turn it off. So let's watch.
Zach,
talk about
I wrote you a letter.
It's Zach! Yay!
No thanks.
And he kept the letter.
I'm not good with,
Zach?
drama.
You ready for this?
Yeah, I'm all ready. Can I trust you?
Always.
Yeah, sometimes. She's good. This season, she's like Mr. Porter.
I don't recognize it. Is that...
Bryce.
The school could have done more. We don't let ourselves forget that.
And why weren't you here at the start of the trial? Do you not care about your daughter?
We're in this together.
Are you having a divorce? Are you having an affair?
Olivia, everything okay?
Punch her in the face.
Now that we're playing You're a United Front, it is helpful to hold hands for the press.
Playing your United Front.
Playing at anything.
Jackie, shut up.
Do you feel pressure to join in when you see it happening?
Yes, sir.
Sort of.
And what type of bullying do you see?
We brag about things that we do with girls sexually, even when they're not true.
And who's saying these things?
So far, so good.
Lots of kids.
Mr. Porter is out this morning.
Oh.
I'm Miss Paul.
Yeah, remember Mr. Porter got arrested?
We're getting in trouble for shooting guns, so they're taking us to go shoot guns.
Essentially, yeah.
Teach them the responsible handling of guns.
All right. Who is good with electronics?
Me. It's super glued shut, miss. Can we go now? Class dismissed.
I want you to do you. But what if someone from the school finds out what happened and you get fired?
They won't.
Have you ever heard of a place called the Clubhouse? It's a place where jocks hung out, maybe. Apparently, Hannah went there with an athlete, possibly Justin.
Ooh, more new stuff.
No.
So a note expressing interest in suicide was read aloud in class, and faculty members ignored it.
Objection, asked and answered.
Sustained.
He's efficient. Asked and answered. Did you hear something?
Last night,
He heard something.
I got a buddy.
He's coming in to
high school
gloat.
with, and he's one of the lieutenants at the station there.
But if the principal found out, if the faculty found out, if the teachers and the parents found out, you keep your head down.
I'm just gonna keep this between us.
Just between you and me, you know? So don't come after my guys on my team anymore. Thanks. Thanks.
So what did your doctor say, Alex?
I'm sorry, I tried. They're not gonna let me testify.
Did the doctor say why?
I couldn't remember my ABCs. What's going to happen with Justin? He's going to come into that cafeteria and everybody's going to go silent. Justin. Maybe nobody's seen you yet. We can sneak you out.
Hey, Jess. Can we go somewhere else to talk alone?
No.
Okay.
I came back for you.
Oh, Bryce
It's
is
the only reason
standing.
why I'm here. I didn't mean to hurt you more.
Whoop.
You.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh.
Justin!
I thought they were going to fight.
We gotta get back to my house.
I can't do this anymore, okay? I'm out. You're out.
He's too publicly involved, Clay. Tony can't be anywhere near this. Hey, Bryce, could you give us a ride home, buddy? That was super tense.
Zach, isn't it true that Hannah also reached out to you to talk about her feelings? So you told no one at Liberty High that Hannah wrote you a note telling you how
I just don't like drama, you know?
I didn't know how to.
But isn't it true that you did reach out to her off campus?
What?
The summer after sophomore year?
What
The summer after the note. Did you have contact with her?
What are you talking about?
You saw her more than once that summer.
So I went to a lot of movies.
Just to see
I
Hannah?
get you.
Just wanted to say that I am sorry for all of it.
Wow.
I'm really sorry.
I didn't know. See, we didn't know he apologized. This is...
You're an asshole, but
Yeah.
thanks.
I mean, I guess I even saw movies I didn't want to see.
Does it contradict anything we saw in season 1? Oh, time to get some food. Go talk to Hannah.
So, yeah, that was painful.
Didn't enjoy it?
Would you ever want to watch a different movie? Like
Together?
With you?
Yeah, I meant with me as part of the plan. I mean, they're never gonna make a movie about Cameron taking a day off.
Did all of this happened? Really? Ferret's Bueller's Day Off?
Shit, my parents are home early.
Under the bed. At the window.
Hi. You have...
Holy shit. Do I smell Axe body spray in here?
No, to my knowledge, her parents never found out. That was the summer that my dad died.
Hmm.
I was out of my mind, and I needed someone that I could talk to.
How are you doing?
I'm not good. My mom doesn't even want to talk about it. We had things in common to talk about.
You and Hannah never became more than friends?
What?
What are we gonna find out?
Hey, because I'm a guy, people give me shit because I don't do enough.
And what have you done?
Yeah, nothing. I'm a virgin.
Okay.
I want my first time to be how I want it to be, not how everyone says it's been.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually get that.
Half my brain is like, this is very sweet, I love this conversation, and the other half of my brain is like, how does this gel with season 1? What's going on?
Sorry, what's happening?
Yeah, what's happening, Hannah?
I want to lose my virginity, and I want it to be great.
Okay.
I want to do it on my terms and with someone that I like. Would you be interested in having sex?
What the holy, what? What is going on this episode?
So what do you want to know?
Well, what,
how
what
do you
exactly
do it?
do I need to know?
I'm very happy you came to my office for this chat.
I'm sorry, I don't know how to begin this thing.
Are they gonna do it? This episode's breaking my brain. Are they? Is this her house? Are they doing it in her house? Good thing she's a closed door policy. No fading to black. We're watching the whole thing. Oh, Zach.
Probably do it better if you wanna.
Just
try again.
wait a bit.
We could try again.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Lawyer's like, what? She's like, me.
We had sex. It was all summer.
Whoa.
But it wasn't just the sex. We really cared for each other. It was amazing.
Zach's tape in season 1 should not exist if this relationship exists, because that's all in the past, right?
I lied to you. I am living with Valerie and her daughter.
Ooh, Valerie.
I know.
I followed you. Somebody's breaking in. One of Bryce's crew? The secret message sender? Ooh, that window's handy. Don't hit me, don't hit me!
Hey, who's it me? Who the hell are you?
I'm Justin Foley. Don't hurt me.
I never told anyone because... Well...
Is Clay reading about it?
You cashed in on your V card and you don't even tell your best friend?
The fuck, Bryce? What the fuck? What's going on, you two? It's nothing, Coach.
Just friendly banter?
Well, if it's nothing, I don't want to see that kind of behavior in here again.
Yes, Coach. We hate Mr. Porter. Don't we, Coach?
I mean, there's a reason why we kept him off the list.
Clay was devastated.
Clay.
All right, we'll have to prep him tonight.
Go ahead and fill out the paperwork. I'll talk to him first.
You were out of town last summer.
It wasn't on your tape.
Did you put everything on your tape?
You didn't deserve her.
I know. I'm sorry.
You just go to hell.
Clay, come
Get
on.
the fuck out of here.
Yeah, Clay was the one that's going to be the most upset about the revelations in this episode. Like, whatever about my mind being blown. Oh, there she is.
I've been looking for you everywhere. It's called the clubhouse.
Jesus, I don't care anymore.
Did you hear about Zach?
All right, put your guns down, guys. Guns on the table.
Is Alex's
Going
dad?
to eject the old clip like that? Alex has been a good friend to Tyler.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy
in
to
the
do
first
it.
few
Tyler's
episodes.
a good kid. We can't change the past, but we can be better, right?
Yeah. Can teach them how to shoot guns. That's going to work out well.
I can't help Hannah. I can't help Jess. I'm useless. And then fuck Justin for coming back for Jessica. No, stop.
What's wrong?
Just a rush of blood.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
It's working. Working again.
My dick works.
About what you two meant to each other.
Such bad timing for
Your
Clay.
kindness.
Because he's so pissed off at Hannah.
I've learned things about Hannah, I guess, I didn't know before.
I understand.
Everybody's learning.
Me too.
Switch it over, and this is with the sound. Ready? Grab my neck.
Do you recognize that guy?
It is done. You hacked Zach's iCloud account.
Yeah.
I don't like that they're
weird.
hacking Zach's account.
What's that?
Ooh, it's the room. It's a clubhouse.
Look, I was hiding him here because I didn't have any other options, okay?
What about the option of coming to talk to us, as promised?
I had nowhere to go. My mom is a junkie.
And you don't want
her
to.
boyfriend.
You don't want to meet her boyfriend.
He didn't tell you guys because I was too ashamed for anyone to know.
Good stuff, Justin.
You can stay as long as you need, Justin.
Thank you, Mrs. Jensen. And Mr. Jensen.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Clay, you're grounded.
What were you guys drinking? Because he is out cold.
Who are these two?
He
These
said
two?
it was his special recipe.
They're going to get together.
Oh, Bryce back and wants to party.
If you want, we can hang with him later. I don't have plans.
I don't want my friends to know about this.
Yeah, let's keep it secret, Hannah.
I just kind of want this to be ours, you know?
I can see his perspective, and I can also see what Hannah's thinking right now. She's like, why do you not want people to know about me? You ashamed? He just wanted something.
If I'd been in town that summer, would it have been me instead?
Clay, you're asking yourself a question. Justin's like, who the hell are you talking to, dude? Do I need to call...
Thinking about Zach?
Ghostbusters?
No.
Justin gets it.
And all I can think about is how she lost her virginity to Zach. I mean, Zach.
Zach's a good guy.
What the fuck are you saying, Jensen? Do you know how many girls I've slept with? A lot. Classifies me as like a players. Hannah sleeps with one guy. She has a crush on another guy, being me. And she kisses a third, being you. All of a sudden, you don't know who she is? You're a dumbass.
Calling him out on his shit.
You're an ass. Dumbass. Clay, I didn't get locked out today. Someone broke in. I didn't see who it was, and I didn't tell your parents.
Mysterious ninja.
Hannah had nothing to be ashamed of. I made her feel like she did. Because I don't tell people things.
You don't want anybody to know? Come on.
You were right before. Maybe it's best if we just keep this thing between us. You know, if we end it now, then it stays good.
It's not
complicated.
It's not what he wants.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that sounds good.
Goddamn teenagers.
Hannah didn't tell me how she felt either.
It ended, but it didn't need to end. Because Zach's being a dumbass. Just like Clay. Oh, she's going to delete the photograph.
And I'll be ashamed for the rest of my life.
This episode was super interesting, wasn't it? When we found out that Justin talked to her afterwards, after his tape, and apologized, and they were sort of even maybe getting back on good terms, that was something I felt, wow, that's interesting. We didn't know that. But I think maybe they just wrote that in afterwards, you know? They didn't originally have that in their heads. This is that, but escalated about 10 times bigger. Because now his tape in season 1 is actually literally meaningless. Because there's a much bigger thing. He's the first and maybe only person she's ever, he's the first person she slept with. They had this really good relationship for a significant period of time, and it ended because he was a dumbass. And she was a little bit of a dumbass, not to spot what he was. They're teenagers, they get to be dumbasses. But all thoughts of all this, the thing he did in season 1 should have been erased by that relationship. Now, maybe she wanted to put the relationship, maybe that's his tape, but she didn't want to mention it, so she used something else as a proxy. That kind of makes sense. And what does make sense is how Zach took it in season 1. Of all the people in season 1, apart from Clay, Zach was the most affected. And at the time I was like, he's just such a good guy, you know? He really feels things. But now that we know that they were together, we can rewatch that and think, shit, he really feels things because they were together. You know? This is eating him up even more than it's eating up Clay. For good reason. So that's what makes sense. You know, that's why it works. So with a little bit of mental gymnastics, you can make this work, and you can make it work. It can enhance what we know from season 1. Whereas initially you're kind of jarred. You're like you're wondering if you can trust what you're seeing. Is Zach telling the truth? Did they really hook up? You know, because we're just taking his word for it. But there are also people who can contradict his story if it wasn't true, like Justin. Because he went to Justin to talk about, you know, hey, so how do I do it? Their first time didn't work too well, but eventually they worked it out. Alex, we're continuing the theory that I had since the first second I saw Alex, that he may be gay. They heavily hinted at it in the last episode, and they continued to hint at it in this episode. But I really did like his breakdown scene. You know, how he was frustrated. You know, he shot himself, so his brain isn't working, and his limbs aren't working, and the doctors won't let him testify, you know, and Justin's back, and Jessica's upset, and he needs to let out his frustration. He wants to fight Zach, you know? I like that scene. I like the emotion in that scene. It was really powerful. And same with Zach's, with his mother. That scene, very emotional. And you could feel while you can kind of get a sense for the type of character he is and why what happened with Hannah happened. That he wanted something that was just in a little bubble, him and Hannah, unaffected by the Bryce gang, unaffected by the outside world, unaffected by his mother, by the shit, you know, his father's death, unaffected by anything that's going on in her life. He just wanted something special between the two of them, so he didn't want anybody else to know. And Hannah saw that as, oh, he's ashamed of me. He prefers his friends over me. And that's two perspectives on the same thing that leads to a breakup that didn't need to happen, but yeah. I'm glad that I liked Zach in season 1 and that he was one of the more sympathetic characters, even though he was part of Bryce's crew. And that was borne out again in season 2 in this episode, where we get to learn much more important stuff in this episode. And then Clay's reaction to it was predictable, and the best part of the episode was Justin calling him out on his shit. Justin is a much better character than he was portrayed in the first few episodes. In the first few episodes, he was unhinged. He was saying shit like, "We gotta take care of Jensen, you know? We're gonna do it my way." You know, you felt like he was threatening to kill Clay in the earlier episodes. Now he's the chillest dude ever. Yeah, I like that one. I like that episode, even though it broke my brain, and I was trying to wrestle with the ideas, trying to wrestle with what I was seeing versus what I knew, and trying to make it work. And I think internally I've made it work. Next episode, is Clay coming? Is it Clay's turn on the stand? What's that lawyer going to say to him? There's probably more that happened in that episode. Jackie, Olivia, and Alan. But why is this Jackie person following you around? What's going on? And there's a little bit with Tony as well, and a little bit with Jessica. and Bryce. Bryce and Chloe having a little bit of a falling out. But, you know, the best relationship in the world has fights from time to time. So, anyway, thanks for watching. Next episode is episode 7. And maybe it'll be Clay's turn. Promises to be a super interesting episode. And we'll see what Tyler and Co get up to as well, because they discovered a video that could be very interesting. But yeah, we'll find out all about that next week. And until then, have a nice time. And yeah, see you then.